The coronavirus has been one of the hottest topics of conversation for the last year across the globe. And until we are able to get infection rates under control, we are all still living in our new normal. And with vaccine rollouts starting worldwide, we are getting in touch with our international viewers to get their accounts and experiences so far. And this morning we are chatting with UK-based David Gummers to hear about his lockdown experience in the UK, as well as how he feels about being vaccinated. David, a very good morning. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you about the rugby over the weekend. But
we'll avoid that.
we'll move swiftly on. But David, great to be connecting with you on the other side of the world. I think, let's be honest, this last year has been a roller coaster. My fiance is from the UK, so I've been following the UK narrative very closely. And obviously, you're quite progressed in terms of the vaccination. But since going into lockdown last March, how has life changed for you in the UK?
I think the biggest change is that we're not seeing anybody, because we've had now since December, we've been completely locked down, which is why my hair's such a mess. Because we're not even allowed hairdressers. We're allowed to go and exercise and shop if we want to, and that is about it. And I see my mum once a week, which is good because she's part of my bubble. But other than that, it's a pretty lonely existence at the moment.
I think the emotional toll, that fatigue we talk about, has really set in, not just for those working in the health sector, but I think for everybody who has had to be so socially isolated. We've heard many reports over the last year where worldwide health systems have been completely overloaded. How have the hospitals and the doctors coped in the UK? Obviously a very long-standing medical system there. Have there been shortages of any kind with supplies to the public, as well as hospital beds, equipment, the kind of things we've been experiencing here in South Africa?
I think the big problem has been, particularly during the winter months in the UK, because we're in winter, I know you guys are in summer, and because you still have the normal illnesses, and with COVID, it is taking up an awful lot of beds, there is no doubt. It's still very, very high. But, but most of course, fortunately, it only kills about 1.5% of people who catch it. Thank goodness. It's still too many, but it's...
Despite the high number of infections in the UK, the country is obviously seeming to manage the vaccine rollout pretty well, certainly in relation to a lot of other countries. Can you tell us a bit more about the processes that have been put in place to start vaccinating the nation, and how are people receiving it?
Right. I think this is where the UK is actually good. We've made plenty of mistakes on COVID, but what the NHS did was they gave everybody a number from 1 to 12 based on your clinical need. So I'll give you a good example. The Queen, who is obviously over 80, she got her vaccine only when the people who were in Berkshire, which is where she lives, were getting theirs. So there's no queue jumping. It's done by age and by clinical need. And there's no privates. You can't go and have it privately. So it's very organised.
And as a result, a lot of people have already been vaccinated. And I believe your mum has fallen within that group. Which vaccine did she have? And can you tell us about the experience as well as the side effects? Have you yourself had the vaccine yet?
I've had my vaccine on the 30th of January. My mum had hers on the 30th of December. I thought the organisation was superb. I went to my surgery because I had the AstraZeneca one. You stood outside for a few minutes. There were marshals outside, and I was there for about 15 minutes in total. They asked me, have you got any allergies? Are you feeling well? And don't drive for the next 15 minutes. And as with all vaccines, it takes seconds.
Well, we are very glad to hear that. We wish you nothing but the best and good health. And we also really hope that you are able to get those new numbers in check soon and that you can get out of hard lockdown. But so good to catch up with you. And stay safe and stay healthy.
Thanks, Graham. You too. Everyone at Expresso as well, and all your viewers. Stay safe. Blessings.
Oh, brilliant, man. That does make me happy. Well, thanking him for taking the time to share his experience with us all the way from the UK. We certainly wish him and his mom all the best that side and hope that life will find some form of the old normal that we are used to again, especially with vaccines being rolled out. And it does feel like and seem like they are doing that at the perfect rate within the UK. So we send them nothing but the best.